Yo, welcome back, Playback. We here with another video. First, before we get into it, there be some other stuff we be recording, but we can't upload it. You know, YouTube be tripping, dog. So we found another place for it.
You know, because they said that they find things that they
the
be recording, but they can't
It's the
upload.
same regular
like,
uploads we're doing on
do
YouTube
they just be watching
across
porn?
both peer-to-peer and playback, so that's not changing. We're
just
just
watch
adding more
porn
content
and
on top of that.
upload
So
it.
if you aren't already sick of us, you're gonna get sick of us. We got
That'd be
3 different
funny.
tiers. Click that top link in the description, man. We'll go to patreon.com.
I've sent or received nudes.
Oh God. Do I have to
3,
answer this?
2, 1, go.
That means you did.
You done it before? Be
I've
honest.
never
Be
done it.
honest.
Never.
Be honest. Be honest.
Oh, 100% received. All the time.
Oh no, I'm saying, yeah.
Don't lie to
I
me.
misread that.
I was say, don't lie to me.
I misread that. I
You
misread
can lie to
that.
everybody else. Don't look me in my eye and
The
lie.
women be
That's my
flocking to me.
Same.
That don't mean I get the
He's
pictures.
lying, dog.
I can just disagree.
That nigga.
If one day I want to get a certain job or go into a political office, I just don't ever want to have somebody
Man, I
to
bet
hold
your
that
friend who
against me.
pretended
Even when
to be
people
in
send
high
me nudes, I'm
school
like,
was
I
just
didn't
the time of his
necessarily
life,
need
bro.
that. Like dick
Wait,
pics when they're just,
wait.
you know,
Are we saying nudes?
nudes. Yeah, should we
Oh my
start
God!
over?
I thought we were saying news.
Nah.
N-E-W-S. I'm
Okay.
so sorry.
Yeah, she knew.
I don't send
She knew.
nudes because I just
you
do things
received
on
them?
social media. I want to pursue acting. I feel like my body's a temple. You gotta pay to see it.
My
if at
body's a
least.
temple, Hollow.
Anyone that says you had to pay to see it has
At
sent
least.
nudes.
A temple,
Yeah, exactly.
A
At
temple.
Revenge porn?
I'm just saying, there's some pretty shitty temples in the world.
Is
why I
very
haven't said
real,
no.
and I think most women or women adjacent people have received unsolicited pics.
Like the way to do it.
I agree exactly with what Makai said. I mean, it is like the form of validation now. Like sending nudes is love, but which
This
hurts.
makes me just
So,
want to.
yeah.
This makes me just want to jump.
I don't
over
know
it 'cause I
how
feel like I'm in the
sending
wrong
nudes
area.
equals
You know, we're gonna go
love.
here.
I don't know
like,
how
they
that
should
correlates
respect
with
your
each other,
values if
but
you don't
okay.
want to send nudes, and if not, like it's pretty clear to me that they're just using me for my body. Nudes has a lot to do with appearance, and putting a lot of value on how you appear can just sometimes.
See, even they're confused.
That validation needs to come
so
from
weird.
within, not from other people. Because like I know I'm sexy. I don't even know if I'm sexy. So
Shut the
period
hell
two.
up.
It's so fake. What? Y'all are deep diving in things.
Honestly,
that
they
don't
are
matter.
so fake.
None
I
of
know
this
I'm
matters.
sexy.
You
Like,
said,
your bitch
do
ass
you or
up.
have you received or sent nudes? That's it.
It's not that it doesn't matter, it's that it's not relevant.
It's not.
Yeah, like they're
it
saying
matters,
shit
but
that
it's not
does
relevant
not
in the conversation.
matter
Have y'all
to
done
what's
it or not?
going on.
Skinny jeans are out of style.
I don't know. It was just the era of the time. It was like rock was like, you know,
I was, I look to the kids sometimes to see what's hot.
I don't, nigga, because I'm not dressing like
bro,
that.
they put everyone on. What are you talking about?
No, not all of them.
Bro,
though.
all of these businesses out here, all of them, actually most of these businesses are at the knees.
Pretty sure people still wear skinny jeans. Like, models probably still wear skinny jeans.
No.
I'm pretty sure there are some gay men out there that still wear skinny jeans. I think gay men exclusively wear skinny jeans. I'm gonna have to see what the
Gay community.
yeah, the gay
wears
community
nowadays.
sees. I'm gonna have to see what they say about it, because I think there's some in here. I'm gonna have to hear what they say. I'm not just gonna try to say it, but I think it's still in. I think it is.
Pretty sure. Some fucking what? I don't know. Some white kids wear skinny jeans.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure people still wear skinny jeans. I don't think skinny jeans are out of
maybe a
style.
little bit more of a flamboyant Mexican would wear some skinny jeans. I don't-
Yeah. I don't think skinny jeans are out necessarily.
Yeah, I mean it's a certain style. It's not something I'd fucking wear.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. In 18, almost 19 years of living, never once seen a motherfucker wear skinny.
Yeah, it's nothing.
That's because you live in Kentucky.
Yeah.
I live in Louisville, okay?
Oval,
this place-
Kentucky.
Basically, Indiana, a little worse. And Indiana's already pretty fucking bad.
Yeah. You don't have the demographic to wear skinny jeans down there.
Yes, we do.
No,
yes,
no, you
yes.
don't. We're not getting into that.
Of kids. Because these guys run what's being sold. They decide what's hot.
lots of skinny jeans and then turn into like ripped jeans. And I think pants are getting bigger. I don't know if it's because like
maybe we're shifting more towards like androgyny. I'm over here because I think that skinny jeans, I don't like them and I wouldn't wear them because I also have like chicken legs, so like that's not happening for
Is
me.
it out of style or in style?
The question was skinny jeans are out of style.
Oh, so I'm saying that they are in style?
The second
Oh, no,
She
they're out
is
of style.
deaf, bro. She can't listen for
This
shit.
group sucks.
Nigga, listen, nigga.
This group
I
sucks.
watched so many of these Spectrum videos, and never have I seen this many like line changes.
Yes.
And we just started.
First pair of like
Honestly,
5-year jeans, kind of
man.
like what he's wearing, and I was like blown away. Honestly, like there's so much space. You don't have to worry about it like bunching up and stuff. Like yeah, I don't know why we ever stuck with skinny jeans to begin with.
I think the whole skinny jeans side part thing is generational politics that are trying to like distract us from what we actually disagree about. Like nobody.
What? What? Nigga, what? Can I? Hold on.
They're jeans, nigga. They're jeans.
Hold on. What the fuck?
That made no sense, dog. Oh, that hurts. Oh, my stomach. Oh. Ooh.
Nigga, what does skinny jeans have to do with the political climate?
Oh my god. This is terrible. I don't like this group. This group is the worst group that I've ever seen on Spectrum. This is actually the worst group. Whew.
To be woke so bad, nigga.
To be fair, this is in LA, I'm pretty sure.
Nigga, she sleep, my nigga. You're asleep, bro. Just 30 seconds ago, she didn't even comprehend the question. Now all of a sudden, she's so goddamn woke that she thinks it's a conspiracy theory to take you away from what's really happening in the world. God damn.
Honestly, man.
The whole skinny jeans side part thing is generational politics that are trying to like distract us from what we actually disagree about. Like nobody actually cares about the skinny jeans and middle parts. Like millennials, please stop making songs about it. It's not that deep.
Huh? What? Nigga, what? Oh my god.
Beat a song titled Skinny Jeans.
It's not
they make
this
songs
deep.
about designer shit.
She's so woke, bro. She's like, all these goddamn millennials. It's the
Millennials.
millennials' fault. Nigga, you're 12, nigga. Stop acting like you're 42.
Hey, the Lil Mosies of the world still rap about fucking designer jeans and shit too, alright?
I get my news from YouTube.
Facts, I do. Facts, I do.
You know what she
True.
about to say.
Yeah,
One,
true.
go.
Everyone should have. What?
Huh?
Yeah, I get all my news from YouTube. No
Yeah.
cap.
Where'd they get it from? I wanna hear.
I just somewhat disagree because I try not to just, stay on YouTube because it can be a lot of disinformation. But I also feel like, I follow a lot of political YouTubers and I feel like their perspectives are different than what's on the mainstream because like 3 corporations own all of the media.
I feel like it kind of just comes down to like a media literacy thing, and it's something that like our generation and further generations are gonna have to face. We haven't been in this era where there's like
just
what
read a
Sarah was saying
newspaper.
about, like, the
Yeah,
democracy
if you care so much, go read a newspaper, dog. If you care
Like, they're
much,
still in business, dude. Like, oh, read
I
the
get the newspaper. Every week I wake up and there's just a new piece of newspaper. I'm like, okay, like cool. That's good to know. Like if you, I don't like how she said. I don't. 3 corporations own the news media, but you follow political YouTubers that have a specific view on things. You're either left-leaning or right-leaning. You're not 100%. You could be in the middle, right? But guess what? You'll still have views that lean in a certain direction.
Most normal people are in the middle with differing views.
Yeah, like you have views that can bleed into either side. And if you're listening to a political YouTuber, they have ideals that bleed into either side, which will sway how you think. This is so dumb.
And to me, it just sounds like she's pissed that people are having different opinions. That's just what it's. How dare these people think how they
How
want to
dare they think? Listen to the news, blasphemous. This is so dumb.
Dude, this shit was so stupid it made my headache go away. I don't know how the fuck this worked, but it did. It was so much better.
It's so stupid, man.
Media where like everyone can say information. We're like in this new era where we pretty much have to learn how to decipher which is valuable and valid information and what's not. And like as social media continues to grow, I feel like we're just gonna keep becoming more literate with it.
I agree with that, though.
Bruce is right.
I agree with that. That is something that you Gen Zers, I don't feel, I don't envy you on that, because that's something that, quite frankly, I think millennials, I think that's one aspect of the internet that we did not, I guess, gatekeep properly. I think we just, I personally think that.
What are you talking about? You can go on any platform and say whatever the fuck you want. And if you're dumb enough to believe things without fact checking it, that's your dumb fault for having more dumb opinions because you read a dumb. You hear what that lady just said? She said she goes on YouTube to read headlines.
Which is worse. Which is crazy that she actually thinks that that's acceptable to say.
Oh my
It's
god.
usually fake news.
My mom, she gets her news from Facebook.
Same,
Literally, she
same,
calls me. She's
same,
like, "Did you
yeah.
hear about this?" Like, "Mom, that's right." And she's like, "It is."
Yeah.
Like my mom when she was on Instagram.
Let's shit on these Gen Xers real quick, Marcel. They've been following on Facebook, bro. You can have a title, batshit crazy. PlayStation 4 kills teen in the Gulf of Mexico. Yeah. And people will believe it. They'll share it like PlayStation 4s are so dangerous. Watch out. Hey, if you have a PlayStation 4 in your house, be careful.
Fuck,
especially
next
if
to me.
you're near the Gulf of Mexico. Because they don't think, hey, if you're that dumb, I can't help you.
My parents and I agree on political and social issues.
Yes.
They say no.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I me and my mom
I guess it's
mostly
I can
agree.
see that. It's LA. I can see that.
Yeah.
My
My
dad,
parents like raised me again.
I think me and my dad is 50-50 sometimes, but me and my mom, we mostly agree on everything political.
That's usually how it goes, though.
Yeah. Holla, what about you?
We talk about it, you know. She has some more extreme views, and I'm just like, oh, calm down there, crazy old lady. But you know, it's
Yeah,
whatever.
that's what some of my family is. Like, they have extreme views, and that's it. Like, no, you gotta think of it like this.
It's not that
But
deep, dog.
It's usually what they always think the government's out to get them. Like, no, we're not important enough. It's okay.
Yeah, she thinks it like that too. She's like, oh, the
It's like
government's after us.
we're
It's like, oh,
we're
calm
broke
down.
living in Kentucky. Okay, yeah, they're not coming for us. We're fine.
I remember when my mom first found out about 5G towers, and they were like, "Oh, they're gonna kill us all." My mom was like, "That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard." I was like, thank you, someone with the brain.
It's like that's not how fucking radio waves work. It's not how they work.
People are just easily influenced. That's all it is. They're just easily influenced.
Yeah.
People just don't like change.
They don't.
They said the same thing with smartphones.
Either that or they don't like checking for themselves. They'll hear from someone else and be like, "Oh, okay, yeah." All right.
They'll read it and just be mad. All right. Well, thank you for making my headache go away, but I gotta get into work. I'll talk to y'all later.
All right, later.
See ya.
On the whole thing of like, look at every single side. And I guess it didn't go necessarily their way, but at the same time, like sometimes it ends up being a wreck, but like whenever it's a wreck, we come back and we're like, I see your point, but here's what I think and here's why, loaded with facts, not just like, oh, I think this because this and this X and X and said. No, it's because this is a percentage, this is a statistic that I'm pointing out.
Honestly, I used to try and like show him.
Daniel, we don't want to hear from you this video, dog. You're 28.
You're 28.
You thought you could trick me?
Filling in for his daughter.
Daniel, we don't want to hear from you, bro. You're not a child.
You know, my parents always say to me, like, you pay attention to politics more
And
than
they really
we do.
cut 'em
And
out,
we,
too.
like, learn from you. And sometimes we get into little arguments. That can be a good, like, way to sort of inform each other because obviously they have more experience, like, historically, like, what went on. But they can also say, like, yeah, I don't understand, you know, this specific issue. Can you, you know, get me up to speed? And
I would like to have a disclaimer from my mom and dad. What's coming out of my mouth is coming out through love. Also, if they're watching this, please stop watching this. My parents are very closed-minded and conservative, and there have been fights, as in Daniel's family. I feel like in my household, my opinion is not valid, and it will never be valid as long as I live.
Kind of similar but different. Like I'm actually
move out.
sometimes those disagreements are fundamental to your identity.
That's not a child, bro. You give me that microphone. That's a grown adult man.
His voice is deeper than both of ours.
I refuse. if this was a fucking millennial video, I'd have listened to him speak. But due to the fact that I'm looking for a different perspective, I don't need a guy my age talking to me right now.
I don't want to be friends with someone who thinks that like people who are poor or unhoused people do that because it's their choice. Because that's a fundamental disagreement with what I believe.
That's fair.
Hey,
Your whole existence is a fundamental disagreement.
Hey, maybe I'm just different, but you can have, as long as you don't believe.
But we can debate about that all day
The whole
long.
race of people need to die.
Shut
then
up.
I'm like pretty open-minded on like some, like that's what you believe, bro. Like we can still be friends, and I'm not gonna think you're a horrible human being because I'm trying to level you on my scale of what I believe is morally right or wrong.
They're speaking about
True.
some of the parents are doing. She literally just said that there are some viewpoints that she's
That's a really good
fundamentally
point.
going to, she's going to just cut off and shut off. And that's the one thing that scares me about people like this, and I guess the younger generation, Gen Z, is that they believe at a very, very early age, because the amount of information that's coming at them is at a much higher frequency than it has been in previous generations, that they feel like they have a lot of things solved. But the reality is a lot of things come with experience. A lot of things come with trials and errors. A lot of things come with.
That's why I trust a lot of old
have
heads,
felt
because they've
depressed.
probably been through
Oh
that
yes,
shit.
Three,
They
that's my
would know.
prediction.
2,
Oh, they're all gonna say yeah.
1,
They're all gonna say yeah.
go.
What was the question?
I have
it's
felt
so
depressed.
sad.
Bro, they all went to.
There are a lot of points where
Whoa.
it is romantic.
That's scary.
They didn't even just for
scary.
everything else. It was slightly, somewhat, strongly agree they were depressed.
They
One of the
all
girls,
went
she was off the
straight
scale. She kept
to
walking.
it, dog.
Dead ass?
Yep.
Crazy.
There are a lot of points where it is romanticized, and I think it's a difficult struggle. And also I think like within like the Black community, there also is just not a lot of attention to mental health at all. Obviously there's points where I feel flustered
In
and
the
I
Black
feel like
community, bro.
oh, like
Dog, I
everything's
don't-
crumbling around me, and
I'm just gonna say this: depression isn't just a Black community thing. Depression is everywhere, dog. It's not. Yeah, it probably doesn't get looked at as much, but don't try to make it a race thing, dog. Just please try not to. Please try not to. Depression is a problem on its own. If we tackle depression, it'll cover every community. Don't zone in on a race, dog. That we got enough problems.
that's like a very common human thing.
People want to talk about how depressed they are until you're like, hey, I haven't taken a shower in 4 weeks and I can't get out of bed and I haven't been eating food. And they're like, ew, that's gross. It's like, that's what depression is.
Especially with our generation, what ends up happening is that some small thing happens and we're depressed. The term is just used so loosely. When you say comments like that, it takes away the power, in a sense, from like people that actually are seeking help.
So my whole life, I have been so bullied, and words hurt so much. And 6 months
Get
ago,
over it.
I almost took my life.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Because of like.
I'm sorry.
Hollow.
I'm
This
sorry.
nigga's opening
Words,
up. You motherfucker.
It has a effect
I'm
on
sorry.
you, and sometimes you can't talk to people about it. And my friend's mom posted, if you needed to talk to someone, to call this number, and I talked to them, and I spoke to them on the phone for 2 hours by myself at nighttime. And if it wasn't for her just doing that, I feel like I wouldn't have been here today. Can I give you a hug?
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah, thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
That takes a lot of guts to speak up about it.
Honestly, this is scary to me because I've never been depressed, and I feel like if I had kids and they got on a show like this, and this is how I found out they were depressed, I'd be like floored. I'd be floored because you could imagine. I'm assuming they have their parents. That the parents are doing what they believe is best to raise their kids, and still there was a lady who joked about walking so far off the strongly agree side. Yep. And the other kid here just told his story about how he wanted to, like, that's tragic.
Yep.
And so if technology is not the reason why, like, why
It's
how
just
does
a
this
big
even
problem.
happen? How
It's a
does
huge
country of
problem.
people
There's so much
that
going on in
has
the
been
world that we will
privileged
never
in
fully
terms
know
of
why people are
goods
depressed.
and
We'll never
quality
fully
of
know.
life feel this sad?
I am optimistic about the future. 3, 2,
They're gonna say
Watson,
yes.
go. Strongly disagree.
go.
Come on, sweetheart, be optimistic. Really? Really?
But see,
Personally,
and I personally feel like that's the problem. that you are at this point of the history of mankind and you are not optimistic about there's just no way. There's no way
That's
niggas
weird.
have more freedom and liberty than we've ever seen, and you're not optimistic?
Yeah, we
And
could
we're
do
moving in that. We're continuously
literally
moving in that direction.
anything.
I niggas act like we going back to slavery. Like, nigga, what are we saying right now? Niggas is not put. That's not happening, bro. And even if you think you're woke enough to believe that they still putting us in cuffs, man. They putting us and they behind the paddy wagon now. That's the new slaves, right? Even if you think you woke enough to believe that, nigga, they still not having you on the cotton field picking for 12 hours straight. That's not what's happening, bro.
You know what?
So how you think it's not a optimistic about the future? There's just no way.
And
you could literally, if you put your mind to, I know people say it, if you put your mind to it, you could literally do whatever you want. I didn't think I would be able to get like 1,000 views on a video. I just thought I was gonna be like 30 views per video, and I have had 2 videos that have done it because I put my mind to it and I got it to happen. I didn't think I'd be able to go into a film career, but I'm working towards it. I didn't think I'd be able to hold down a job and work. And guess what? I did it. I graduated high school. I had doubts about that. You can literally, we're in such a world where you could just do it. You just got to be optimistic about it and just go for it. You can't just sit there and be like, well, I can't do it because of this one thing holding me back. No, you can get past that one thing and just do it.
Mm-hmm.
Hollow, did you think you would finish high school when you dropped out?
When I dropped out?
Yeah, like, were you just like, oh, I'll never finish fucking high school?
I mean, yeah, there was a time where I'm just like, I can't go back to high school, but like, but like, whenever I started getting jobs and shit, you know, it's just like, as soon as I put myself in a situation where I, you know, have to pay bills and shit like that, you know, I can't just, you know, stay at this dead end job just fucking not getting money. I had to better myself, and I have to better my living conditions too. So fucking, I just said, fuck it. I'll just, you know, get my GED, go through some classes, you know, get back into it and get the diploma and just, you know, get an actual real job out there. And guess what? I fucking did, and now here I am.
Here you are, making bank.
Making bank.
Because you didn't let one little thing stop you. You just
Yeah,
you just gotta
I didn't
look at
let-
the future and be like, oh yeah, that's achievable. I can do that.
Yeah.
Like homegirl said, she wants to be an actor. I'm pretty sure she'll get there one day.
Yeah.
You can get there. It's easy, dog. Like, man, what the fuck, bro? People talk. They. Sometimes I think it's like a legit pity party. They're like, I
Yeah.
don't think I can make it, and then they want people to be like, oh, don't.
They
worry,
just
you
want
can.
people to just, you know, tell them that they can do it, just so they can feel better about themselves. I feel like that's just what it comes down to, or what this generation comes down to. They just want other people to tell them all the sweet nothing they never got in their entire life, you know.
Yeah.
And that's just what it all comes down to. I don't know. It's just.
Like, at least with the guy who was talking about his depression, his was legitimate. Like,
Yeah.
he was telling a story, and he wasn't looking for pity. He just wanted to tell his story. But other niggas, they just be like, oh no, I don't think I can do it. Like,
Right.
shut
Yeah.
the fuck up. Come on, just do it. Just get it over with.
It's like, he's right. Like, we're in the greatest point in human history.
Greatest.
Like, there are technological advances that are saving people from cancer, man.
And it's not, and I mean, serious people, it's not even close, my nigga. Just 10 years ago, it is noticeably better than just 10 years ago. Let alone when y'all
For
were,
real.
these Gen Zers were born, let alone 20 more years earlier than that. Nigga, it is noticeably better right now.
Like, we have stem cell research. Like, there's, like, the type of technology
Stem
that is not
cell
only saving
research.
lives, but making our lives more convenient and efficient. This is the best time to be alive. Right now, we're in it. You know how
Best.
lucky you had to be one of the sperm that won out of the trillions that was in that one race?
Yeah, you're literally the luckiest humans.
Son of a
in your
bitch
lineage
on the
right
And then
planet.
you
now.
got the luckiest time, too?
Oh, my
Bro, you've
God.
been blessed. And the luckiest country? Stop playing, man.
Honestly,
my
bro.
nature to not be
Honestly.
optimistic because I think a lot of people in our generation are very nihilistic. I try not to like view it like that because it's very like deterministic. Like, well, the world's going to hell, like we can't do anything. And if you believe that, then like you're not fighting for like a better world and you're not fighting for change.
I'm very much with Sarah on the point where our generation is very cynical, very nihilistic. We like to just like assume that things can't be fixed because in the past they just never were.
They like
I
to
don't know.
assume
I think
the worst.
I'm very optimistic for the
But
future.
I kind of understand where he's going because they only do assume the worst. They only assume the worst. Something like the most minuscule thing could happen, and niggas would be like,
End of the world.
I'm like, what the like? Shut the fuck up, nigga. Look towards the future.
End of the world.
Well, you get past it. You'll grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up.
Nigga, you're not in slavery, dog.
Yeah, you're not.
What niggas talking about? Things weren't fixed. What are they saying right now, bro? What are y'all saying right now, bro? What are y'all saying? Y'all are so fake woke, it doesn't make any sense, bro. You saying things were never fixed? What are you saying right now?
Black people can vote. Women can vote. Black people can be in political positions. Black people can own businesses. Women can own businesses. all that was not possible a couple some years ago. So we fixed a shit ton. Let's just put it out there. You know, we fixed a lot.
Nigga,
a lot.
You were openly just say you were bisexual. What are you saying? You openly said that. 50, 80 years ago, you would not comfortably openly say that.
If you would have said that, you would have got beat. Some niggas would have jumped you. If you would have said that in the open, like, oh, I'm gay, you would have got beat up.
You would have got your
You would
ass
have got beaten up.
beat.
Why you think somebody like there was guys in the army that wouldn't say that because they were afraid they would die? Nowadays, you just fucking say it. Just be like, oh, there's parades for it. Like, come on, get over it. The world's better. The world is a way better place than what it used to be. Way better place. You are a bisexual black man. If you were back in the past, you would not be alive.
Mm-hmm.
That simple. That simple. Just be happy where you are now, bro. Be happy that you're here.
I think
you are using a platform right now where you can speak your mind. 80 years ago, that did not exist. And they go, what are you saying? Fuck, 10 years ago, that did not exist to the same level it does right now.
True.
What are you saying?
Yeah.
Because I believe as we become more educated and we have more resources to certain things and information, we can do great things, but we just have to believe that we can or else it won't happen.
Now I'm feeling sad about saying someone disagree. I just was thinking about this in like the climate perspective and like social media being used so negatively. When I think about those two major things, I can't see it stopping anywhere.
It's a little unimaginable. It's like you can't,
Yeah, no,
it's
like I want to be
incomprehensible.
positive,
Yeah.
of course, and I want the change to happen, but like
Change
where does it
has
start?
I try to be positive and I
Change
try to.
This is the literal fucking
right, you're just
conversations I hear that my
because,
coworkers
like,
like
she just
fucking
said
talk
it.
about, and like what I hear other people talk about. I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck are these motherfuckers
Like,
going on
Change
about?
has happened for so long. There's been
Like
so
these
much
kids
change in the
don't know what the
world.
fuck is going on in the real world anymore. It's scary.
Dog,
dude.
they're our age and they're thinking like this.
It's so weird.
This is so bad. Why'd you bring up climate change?
Oh god.
And said like, I want to change my mind. She's just going off of what everybody else saying. Because even when she sat there and said she made the decision,
Yeah,
it
she's
was
a-
just
she's a
based off of
follower.
Social media.
Yeah.
So she's making decisions not on what she genuinely believes what life is, but it's off of what other people's perspectives are.
Yo,
Those
I-
people, newsflash, those niggas have always existed. They always existed. Matter of fact,
Always.
they probably existed at a much higher rate. I know they did. Because back then they made laws to make sure that people like you wouldn't have rights. So I know they did. They existed. They always existed, and we still persevered and made more progress. We've done it before.
Hey, if y'all enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like. We were recording for an hour, so I'm gonna.
Oh,
get
that
Caleb
was
to
it?
drop an extended
Shit.
version of the full video.
Oh, so they probably had a lot to say on the Patreon. They probably had a lot to say. Dog, Cause me and you were getting heated over these little things, thinking, "Hey,
I know.
that shit, nah, dude."
Imagine if they didn't cut that other nigga out. Oh man,
He probably said some wild shit. I don't even want to watch the full video, dog. Fuck that.
I mean, yeah. After that, we got the gist of it. Really,
we got the gist of it. We know how they think. There's no reason to continue. All right, we're done.